What's up, Juventini? Alberto here. Got all your Juventus news. All right, so all roads leading to Sudakov according to reports coming out today, but there are other reports saying that a defender is the most likely to be joining Juventus in January. We'll take a look at those details. Of course, we have new names on the target list as well, and then we have a big match on Friday against Napoli, and we have our health status of a couple of our players heading into it and some problems arising for Napoli. So stay tuned for it all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the AJC. Let's rock. First things first, we have a birthday shout out going on to none other than Andrea Agnelli. All right, now look, I know that the way it ended, it really shouldn't have ended in that manner. It's a very, very sour end, but honestly, the decade of dominance, his reign, all the good he did overshadows it all. He brought me great memories and did an incredible amount of good that will always, always trump the way it ended. So tanti auguri go out to Andrea Agnelli. Now, Bremer is your November MVP, all right? For me, it should be 2 months running because don't ask me how Keane got it the month before without even registering a goal, all right? So for me, in my mind, Bremer's running on 2 months of being the MVP, but he is officially your November MVP. Now, we get to a new name on Juve's target list, and that is Feyenoord's 24-year-old defensive midfielder Mats Wiefer. He apparently is on the target list. 15 to 20 million euros is the valuation. Today, we also get word of Anguissa and Giuntoli looking at bringing him in. Could this all just be rubbish because we are set to face Napoli? Media looking for clicks and whatnot? Most likely, all right? But you know we love hypotheticals here on the AJC. So if hypothetically we were looking at Anguissa, for me, then that rules out the Rabiot renewal because it seems redundant based on abilities, traits, characteristics. That's just me. You guys drop it, your thoughts in the comment section. But as far as Anguissa goes, he has a 45 million euro release clause that is only for foreign clubs, but is being reported if Juve was after him, it would cost them close to the same for the player's services, all right? However, midfield list is stacked. You have Anguissa now, you have Phillips, you have Samardzic, you have Kone, you have Coop Miners, and now you have Ederson, also from Atalanta, that apparently we are looking at, okay? But Sudakov being listed by many as the main option, all right? Saying that essentially Sancho is highly unlikely due to costs and everything. Berardi is not only the cost, but also being blocked by Sassuolo, and that leads us to Sudakov. 25 to 30 million euros, and he might be the most likely to come in. However, Juventus has to sell first. So for me, it's funny that they list a player like Berardi saying it's unlikely because of the cost and being blocked by Sassuolo, but the cost is very, very close to the same for Sudakov. So I still don't see this move also happening. At 15 million euros, we could have been talking, but ever since we found out that his valuation is somewhere around 25 to 30 as well, then that takes it out as well, because any sales that we can make in January are most likely only going to be Illing Jr., which is not nearly enough to fund that, unless they're still going to pull the swing on this thing and have the rest built up, and they want to do that. For me, though, I'm starting to lean towards Juve posturing up for the summer, and I don't think they're going to take any serious commitments in January, so it's very strange. But I do want to stick with Nico Schira, who says 100% a midfielder will be coming in January, but things are starting to not look that way. What do you think? Do you think we will be bringing one in, or are you starting to think that maybe we're just posturing up? Because there are other reports saying that a defender could be coming in January because Juve wants to beat the competition, and that is Djalo. All right, so apparently Juve's finding out what it's going to take. Inter reported to be interested too, but 4 to 5 million euros could finish the deal as early as January, and maybe, just maybe, Juventus does this. That's all fine and dandy, but man, we really need to bring a midfielder in if we are going to be bringing a player in. I stand by that, but you guys know the drill. Let me know what you think. Now, we get to our big match coming up this Friday against Napoli. Allegri will have Danilo and Locatelli available. With Weah, his return is unlikely. He's still trained separate from the group, as did Djalo today. Weah just remains to be unknown. There are some rumblings about some optimism he could be on that squad list, but still unknown at this point. We'll have to see what happens in training leading up to that game. But as far as Napoli goes, Di Lorenzo suffers from muscular problems in training, all right, and he could be in jeopardy of missing the game. This could be due to fatigue, but they are on high alert right now, and we apparently will be getting a report within a few hours, so we'll have to see what happens. But they could be without Di Lorenzo, which would be a big loss for Napoli. Now, Napoli fans also already talking about who the official is going to be, Orsato, and this is hilarious to me because it's that, it's a feeling again that we're back. And we're getting back to where we need to be because they're already looking for excuses. Listen, you've won on the pitch with Orsato as the ref. This is all just part of that same little Chihuahua mentality. Looking for excuses before the game has even been played, all right? And these signs are all around us. Even Barella coming out saying that after the Napoli match that, hey, you know what? We were comfortable. We got very comfortable opening up against Napoli. We weren't against Juventus. Slowly but surely, we're climbing one rung at a time on this ladder, all right? And these are just the signs that they all get so rattled and we live rent-free when we're up near the top, baby. And even when we're not, we're still living rent-free. So I love it. Focus on Orsato. Please do that, all right? Big one coming up Friday. You guys know the drill. I'll keep you up to date with the news leading up to it. And then Friday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, we'll be live getting you hyped up for that match. Let me know what you think about all the news. Let me know what you think about these targets. Do you feel the same way I do about Anguissa and Rabiot? If you went with one, you got to rule out the other. Hit me in the comments. Let's mix it up. Until tomorrow, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Ciao tutti.